Hey there, friends. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Kenshi Shek's Conquest, episode 83, Splinter Shek. Generally speaking, those that support me directly, either through PayPal or Patreon, there are still benefits to it. So, if you're wondering, my Patreon patrons and Twitch subscribers both get to help determine what I play on Twitch. Once every 2 months, I open up an inbox for, and you know what? I should open that inbox soon. But I open up an inbox so that any Twitch sub or Patreon patron can suggest games for me to play, and then they get polled, and that's actually why I'm playing Kenshi. It was proposed by one of you. I forget whom. I'd have to look at the records. Patreon patrons can also suggest games for YouTube, and then Twitch subs get characters in the series. So almost everybody in this series here, as you can see, owner in this owner field. These are all subs of mine that have had characters awarded to them just through chance, more or less. And then Patreon patrons have a raffle, again through chance, about what characters they can win there. So there's a lot of benefits that I try to provide. I just poked Yoda in the face. I feel bad about that. Yo, you! Don't do it. Oh, really? The one dude that has, like, the absolute worst leg and you stab him? That is so low. But yeah, there's a lot of benefits, and I'm actually this year working on even more benefits that I can provide. I'm sorry, dude. To my Patreon patrons and Twitch subs. So I'm always trying to improve, but I do try to give back as much as I can to you all as an appreciation. Here. Yeah, free peanuts, man. I'm sorry. I reached over to try to pet him, and I kind of like poked him in the face. I think he flinched fast enough that I didn't get him in the eye, though. So I'm going to say we are healed up enough. I just need to pick up Kang myself, pick Trustin up, and then have Rockvin pick up Thor, and we'll get out of here. Because at some point, I'm just constantly going to get hurt again and again and again. And I just need a bail, so let's start running to break. Don't kill my dogs for overeating. Have you seen them? They're in pretty good shape. I'm very careful about how much I feed them, and I'm only giving them like a peanut. I should be careful myself. I am definitely, as Trustin was laughing about yesterday, I'm in far worse shape than my own pets. Don't see how many coins it takes to not poke Yoda. Hi, buddy. Aren't we all? Yeah, I do treat them better than I treat myself. Whoa, what is this, land bats? Yeah, they're just land bats. They're not that dangerous. I didn't realize there was a way... Oh, this is not a way station. I was going to say, I didn't realize there was a working way station here, but... yep, there is not. So who's the slowest? Tora? That doesn't make sense. He's at 25 miles an hour. Who is the slowest? All right, let me try to figure out. 24. L's at 20. Greaser at 17. Seems to be the slowest. So let's all follow Greaser. I'll keep going through the roster, but I'm pretty sure 17 will win. Or lose, I guess, in this case. Yep, Greaser at 17. Why are you so slow? Oh, because you're holding Valamon. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. A channel point redemption for I do one push-up, and I'd be fit as a fiddle in no time. Am I gonna do a fitness stream? My setup here, I know it's green screen, so you can't really see, but I have no room whatsoever to do any sort of fitness. I have, I'm touching a couch right now. There's no, oh, Jesus, hi. Hello. Little Satan giraffes. Ouch! Oh, it's a whole nest. Oh, this is going to be annoying. I should probably micro this better. So all of you go over here. Except for just a few. Oh, not you. Because it's the splash damage that really gets you. Pairing off, like, one at a time, way more effective for beak things. I want to get away from that nest, though, because I don't really want to fight a nest, so... You guys holding passive. Okay, that doesn't look like holding passive. See, it's much, much easier for just 1v1. Ah, the whole stupid herd. No, stop it, Case. Stop it. Chaotic Snow, get back here. It's not that I don't want to fight them. I just don't want to detour this much. Because I don't really care about their eggs. But I guess I am deep in beak territory. Oh god, there's beak things everywhere. No one's hurt? Somehow? Well, let's try to thread the needle away from them. Was that a baby beak? It was. They come in all shapes and sizes. Well, that's not true. They come in big, bigger, and biggerest. The elder beak things being the biggerests. And though, oh god, that's another nest. This way! Elder beak things are like 100 feet tall or more. I mean, they just get ridiculous. So we're not going to be able to outrun this because they're picking on me. Luckily, Chemo. So this is a really good example of a blade built to kill an animal. The damage versus animals on Chemo's blade is plus 50%, so you'll see pretty high damages here when Chemo lands hits. In a second. 57 versus the 41 that Fang has of the Edge 1 blade. And as you can see, Fang is using the proper blade between the two that is on his back. Cool, I have one more Patreon patron. Thank you, man. And submit a character, and I'll get you adorned in glorious armor in no time, up on that credit screen. If you're wondering, my credit screen here, I'll do it after the fight, so I don't cut away from the fight, because that would be a faux pas. But my credit screen is all Patreon patrons. As a way to say thanks. Ooh, Chemo getting the final blow. Yeah, so the pole arms, which is what you tend to see the hive, Western hives use, because they're so surrounded by beak things. The pole arms are amazing at killing beaks. Very, very good weapons. So this is the credit screen. And all of those characters there are Patreon patrons. And I try to update that once a month so that if you submit a character to me, you get included. I get asked about that every now and then. So Trustin, you are still... probably should be carried. I think Greaser is still the slowest. And we gotta make it into Brink to drop off Valamon. Falling Suns do have bonuses against beak things too, but we in no way have the strength to wield those. Have I looked into a game called Dwarf Fortress? Yeah, I mean, I know of it. The games that I play, as I was just finished explaining, is actually... oh, no. That sucks. Is determined by you all. But Dwarf Fortress is one of those games that I haven't cut my teeth on, just because it's more than a meal and I don't have the time. Okay, there is a police station here. Good. We just got totally smoked by that laser, though. Tora and Fang barely moving at all, so that's not good. Alright, Greaser. Let's turn him in. $50K reward. Nice. That will pay for some medical bills. Unfortunately, this is Brink, and they don't have a lot of beds. So we'll take what we can get with their like 3-bed town that we have. I think there is a bar down here as well. If memory serves, but Brink is a pretty broken little town, so don't expect don't expect a lot of accommodations because it just doesn't have very many. I think there's literally 2 beds. That are open. And unfortunately, those that need them most are so far behind. So we'll heal up to a point where we can get home. So now the current goal is get home. Pretty straightforward. I can't even rent this bed. That's just... Okay, so 1 bed in the entire town. Cool. That's going to be really, really efficient for us to heal up. Tora, you were the other one that was falling apart, I think. Where is Turda? Yeah, Turda's the one without really a leg. These squatters get out? Jesus. You guys are fully rested and starving. If I fed you, would you leave? They wouldn't. I could try to make it to this way station, but I'd be running through lasers, and given my current health where it is, it's not great. I think the right play here is to actually just oh, Thor, you're pretty screwed up too. The right play is to set up a bunch of camping beds, but I just can't be bothered to do that. Because that just takes so long to set back up and break back down. Raid the noble house and take his beds? Well, we're not going to be hostile with the United Cities. So, although that would work. See if you have blueprints. Oh, I already checked you, though. No, they've got nothing. What they do have is food. Thor, you are 18 miles an hour. I think he's the slowest. Trustin at 19, Thor at 18. 18 is enough to run away from Thrall. So, although we're very wounded, it's good enough for us to go. And I'm going to take the southern route and try to skirt around the lasers. But it's also, if you look at the time of day here, it's almost nighttime. It's almost no more lasers. So I probably could just run across Venge. Because it's... the lasers don't work at night. Sell the loot? Oh, I should have done that. Let's see. Where could we go sell? Well, we could go to the flats. Sell the loot at the flats. Cowboy Monkeyfish. I like your name. And thank you for the follow. Some people here are still healing from the last laser, yeah. You could kind of tell because it's perfectly evenly distributed damage. Whereas others like Rockvin is from combat. But this perfectly evenly distributed damage is telltale laser damage. What are you doing? pathfinding isn't great. So we'll head to the flats, sell the loot that we have, hopefully pick up a few more blueprints for weapons. I think I need Falling Sun maybe only. Let's go to crafting and oh, I can't access my crafting list here. I'd love to know what blueprints I'm missing. I think Falling Sun is definitely one. Maybe Frag Axe. No, I bought Frag Axe. So Falling Suns and that might be it. The last of the weapon blueprints needed. Pretty cool. Alright, we lost a few. Which is funny, because they weren't stuck. They just stopped. Making sure I have everyone. Yep, got everyone. So, question. Now that we're heading home, what do we do next? More weapon and armor smithing. Attacking a new enemy target. Hunting for more ancient books and cores or viewer-submitted ideas. And this will be up to you. I'll leave this up a little longer. What minor factions are good at training up mid-game? Reavers, I guess. I just hit that. I would say it depends what mid-game is, Mahalik. Like 30 to 40 attack and defense. Holy Nation patrols would be pretty good. Reavers would be pretty good. I'm trying to think of whom else. But yeah, those would be the obvious choices. Western Hive, but that might be a little hard. Depending on how swarmy they get, because they can get swarmy. Alright, do they have another B&B? I think there's beds in here, too. Upstairs. Oh, was that upstairs? Yeah, maybe chat can help you out too, because I hadn't really thought about like what is the ideal targets. And these beds are all taken. Okay. We'll have to do some bed sharing. Not the problem. Alright, Els, you're up. We're gonna sell. One at attack and craft? Because one of the rules of our series is that we essentially don't pick fights without everybody present for the fight. So, in this series, we, there is no crafter class. When we fight, everybody goes. Everybody fights. And that's why it's sort of like one or the other, not both. It arguably makes it a little bit less efficient, but it's just the way it is. The way we've designed this series. For better or for worse. Rockfin. Selling those hack stoppers. So this is probably one of the only, unless you go to the Armor King and find one of the only hack stoppers that you can find. But this is a good way to side-by-side compare. So this thing has 32 blunt, 44 cut, versus a white plate jacket, which is 34 blunt, 58 cut. And then the penalties here are a little more severe than the white plate jackets. So the hack stoppers are like inferior jackets that just look a bit different. That's it. It's not that special. Yeah, let's do this. So Els has some medical supplies that he could hand out to some. Buy some more food. I think we're good. So is there anything else to sell? The Guardless Katana, I think I'm going to hand out to Kang. Yeah, so let's go ahead and sell Kang's blade, because Kang has an embarrassingly low quality blade, given his combat prowess. So now he has Guardless 2, which is a katana designed for attacking mostly, with defensive penalties. But he's a striker, so that makes sense. Alright, some of the people that are in the beds here are nearing 100%. Like Rain. So we'll do a bit of a bed swap in a second. Rain and Ruka's close enough. And is Rockfin. Attacking a new enemy target seems to be the most popular choice. I dig it. Oh, I also forgot to sell this Mark II. And I think I'm going to... does anyone that doesn't... No, I think I already know the answer. I'm just going to sell the Mooncleaver, because I'm not going to have anyone to use it for a bit. And Bolt regulars will restock Headshot, so we don't necessarily need to go home. Although I don't really have any stocked at home anyway. We're almost healed up. Very close. What about you guys? Can I make bolts? I could. Yeah, it's possible to make bolts, but it just takes even more crafting, and no one really has the skill to do it in the group. So it's an industry that I could set up if I wanted to, but it's just more work, and it's very easy to just buy them when I need them. So who should we attack? Band of Bones, Berserkers, Thralls, Chosen, or Holy Nation, or viewer submitted suggestion. I already have a Masterwork bow for Headshot. She's sporting the Masterwork Ranger, which works for me. I like it. Alright, I think Turda is the most injured, so as soon as Turda's leg is, like, acceptable for travel, we'll get traveling. Kang, you're not doing anything right now. Could you... No. Black Ratch is a bit too far for him to just make a quick pit stop. I was thinking of maybe trying to pick up the Falling Sun blueprint, but I'm going to keep him here instead. Any maps of somewhere new? Nope. That's interesting. I kind of know everywhere now, I guess. What about more food? Yeah, they have food over here. Glitch! You've been summoned. Alrighty. Turda, you good? Yep. If Turda's good, we're all good. Slowest mover is probably Shona. If it isn't, I think it will be obvious who moves slower. And we'll head over to the Shager's Pride. Is the trade still there? Is there like a... there's nomads just like waiting outside. And then there's the Band of Bones waiting at home for us, so we might want to just go home, screw up some Band of Bones, and then head back out. But it looks like you guys kind of want Berserkers. which I respect. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, not the lasers. I rested for so long. We're back into lasering. On both sides. I'm going to try to cut west as hard as I can to try to get out of the laser zones. And get into Shem. Who's mugging me? No, I'm not even stopping for that. I could have one of my people solo all of you at once and it wouldn't be much of a fight. Berserkers and Holy Nation are neck and neck. I'll have a tiebreaker. In fact, how long has this been poll up? 3 minutes? Yeah, let's have a tiebreaker. So if it went against Holy Nation, it would be one of their, like, Holy Nation outposts. It wouldn't be a major city, because I'm not quite at the point where I can take on a major city. Definitely not. The Inquisitors would be too challenging, I think. We'd get overwhelmed. But, or we could attack the Berserkers and wipe them out as a faction. So the Berserkers, if you're wondering, are led by Ghost. And their combat levels are in the 40s, much like the Reavers that we just fought. So they're not pushovers, and they tend to use big weapons, so they could definitely hurt a lot. I don't think it's going to be too challenging, but one of the goals of the series is to wipe out the Berserkers, so it would be checking off a goal, which hasn't really been done for a long time. And happy to do that if that's what you all vote. And if you're wondering, I believe this is the Berserker village. Unnamed at the moment because I haven't gotten close enough, but I'm pretty sure that's Berserker Village right there. Oh, oops. Let's bring everyone home first, just to offload the, like, one book that I have. That's basically the only reason to go home. It's kind of pointless. Oh, and maybe to stack up the, all the stolen first aid kits that, Ruka has. Very happy about that, oh, hello. That Mooncleaver, though. Preacher's weapon and Valamon's weapon. So, Rockvin now has Valamon's Meito sword. No one desired longswords as their primary weapon, so I just gave it to Rockvin. Seems reasonable. Right. We are home. We have thrown all of our food. Actually, oddly not. We haven't actually offloaded the food here. I don't know why they haven't been ditching. And it looks like Berserkers are going to win. So I am going to get headed out for that. I think we're also going to get, in just a second here, we're going to get a Challenger squad from the Band of Bones. 58 minutes. I'm not waiting for that. Ain't got time for that. Alright, let's head west. I'm gonna lock these nomads in my base. Good luck, leaving. Am I allowed a mascot doggo? I don't need one in the base, I got one right here. If he's alive. Hey, you alive? Yeah, you are. Ah, Grisor. Hey, well, the good news is, you got your desired weapon. So there's that. So if I take a look at your stats here, you have an Edge 1 Naginaga Katana. So, request fulfilled. Alright, let's close this down. If there's time to fight some Holy Nation after we fight the Berserkers, we could do that. So the current goal is kill Ghost. And we need to kill Ghost. I don't believe... Let me double check. I don't believe he's wanted by anyone but the Shek. And we don't make deals with the Shek, so I need to kill him instead of turn him in as bounty. He needs to die. one of the rules here, and is if you type !rules, you'll see we don't trade with the Shek. I did it once accidentally, but never again. Never again. I bought, like, dried meat from them when I forgot about that. Just the once. So yeah, we'll have to figure out how to kill him. Whether it's, like, feeding him to beak things, or... Honestly, the Shek's territory is not that far from Mongrel, so we could also feed him to the fog. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll have you decide if it gets to that. I could imprison him as a warning? I guess I could. I don't have any prisons back at home. But how about we have you decide that now? How to deal with Ghost. Fog food? Beak food? Or starvation imprisonment? Because I would, you know, if we made prisoner cages, I could just not feed him and he'd eventually starve. It would just take a while. Your choice. So if you're wondering, where is the prison cells? It's one of these blueprints in here. Yeah, prisoner cage. I can build a prisoner cage back in my base and just toss him in there and forget about him. And as long as he doesn't get fed by anyone, he'll just starve. I could take his arms and legs and patch him up and let him starve. I could do that. That seems more skin reavery things to do. That seems particularly evil. Yeah, it sounds like a skin bandit way to manage your enemies. Skin bandits are... that's like late game. I mean, skin bandits... I think if I fought skin bandits right now, they'd mess me up. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. That sounds... That's a pretty tall order. Alright, Shona, how close are we? We're getting there. Feed him to the peeler? Yeah, if only I had the peeler BP. It'd be cool if I could put him in a skeleton cage forever. But yeah, when he dies, he'll disappear. Skin bandits gets a lot easier if you're micro-ripping out the air cores. True. They're still very dangerous. And there's also not a good reason for us to go over there unless we need more combat training. Hey, snaps! 10 months of Bezo-funded VODs. That's one way to put it. Thank you for the Bezo funds. You sent a bald man to space with your donations there. Where is Ghost? So, I don't want another Dimac scenario on my hands. For those that don't know what I'm talking about. Dimac, I showed up to conquer Dimac, who is a Black Dragon Genin, and he was nowhere to be seen. Oh, here's Ghost. So, we have Ghost. We have confirmed Ghost as a target. Hey, Rockfin. 1v1 me, bruh? Ow. Okay, not 1v1 me. You guys all have frag axes and you're flailing like crazy. Hey, guess what? That stings, he says. Oh, that's hilarious. So he has an attack and defense of 60s, which is very... It's respectable. It's not Valamon level, but it's respectable. Oh, poetic with a punch. But he's going down. I mean, the Berserkers just don't have the numbers to really fight anyone. They are very much a Splinter group that is laughable at best. Yoink. So, just a garbage tier frag axe. Really nothing to write home about. And as you can see, they are poor. The Splinter Shek are not... I like how they have one gate, and the gate does nothing. The Splinter Shek are not known to be wealthy. Flying Bull is probably the wealthiest of all the Splinters, but, there goes the Berserkers. Quick question for you. Because, alright, you obviously want starvation imprisonment. Should I quickly beat the other two Splinter leaders? Yes or no? It'll be up to you. Alternatively, if you vote no, voting no means I go against the Holy Nation and take out some Holy Nation bases. So it'll be up to you. I'm in the right neighborhood to hit some of the other Shek, and that's why I ask. Just because I'm here, so, you know, it's a possibility. But so here's Ghost. He's currently unconscious. Only the Shek Kingdom wants him, so I'm not turning him into anyone. Let's patch up real quick. And I'm going to want to make sure that Ghost does not bleed out, because starvation death was voted on, not bleeding out death. It looks like you guys want me to hit the other Shek, which I'm down to do. So then the other places we need to go to is New Kralia and the Exile Camp. So the Exile Camp's over here and New Kralia's over there. I'll go to New Kralia first because the Exile Camp will be on the way home. He's already starving? I know. Well, he started starving, to be fair. So, let's update the goal. Kill... Tora and... Whoop, not Toa. And Flying Burr. And I'm just gonna assume, because I think it's pretty safe to assume, that starvation imprisonment for all three. Get some trophy Shek. No, half my group just got bone dogged. Who are you? Oh, some, Shek Kingdom guards. Different from the Splinters. Kill bulls for food? Nah, I'm good. I've got plenty of food on me. Oh, I forgot to stack meds with Ruka, though. Oh, well. Eventually, we're going to kill all the Shek Kingdom, but we have to decide whether we go against Holy Nation first or Shek Kingdom first, because we shouldn't do both at the same time. That's a level of foolishness that I'm not that dumb. So here's Kral's Chosen. Kral's Chosen, led by... Oh, don't do this to me. So the last time I played Kenshi, Flying Bull, like, disappeared and didn't exist. Kind of like Dimek, so I'm hoping that's not the case this time. But here's Kral's Chosen. Another Splinter section. Splinter group of Shek. And Rockfin here will fight at a disadvantage holding Ghost. But Flying Bull's probably in one of these towers. I hope. So they're hostile to me now. Still yourself. And Flying Bull's a easy, or a very difficult target to miss because he's massive. He's a big dude. Alright, Thor going to the building. Another Kral Chosen, but not the leader. On the bench, another Chosen. Up top, 1, 2, 3 more. But here comes their tower. This is, there's Flying Bull. Spotted him. He's only wanted by the Shek Kingdom. And, sorry for the bad camera work. Here he is, wearing the samurai pants. He is, if I was to say, probably... So the way the game works is if you kill the Shek Kingdom off, you know, the two leaders, he is who takes over. So of all the Splinter factions, he is the ranked #1, I guess, is how I would put it. So he's the most persona non grata of the Shek, with the highest bounty as a result. And He's also unconscious. And ragdolling. So, got him. And let's strip him naked, because, you know, that's just a way to say you got bested. He does have the bullhorn axe, which is unique-ish, but also garbage. So, I'm not going to keep it. Well, I'll have King use it briefly, because I'll sell it as a way to injury to insult. Els, could I get you to just start picking boxes? Because, I don't think I'm going to need all hands on deck for the fight. You're just not that strong. Anyone that needs meds, I'll have them loot. What's the flavor text? Sure, I'll read it in a second. Stop catching me stealing. Y'all are little rats comparatively. Get out of here! Get out of here! God, what trolls. I'm like stabbing them in the face and they're like, excuse me, please don't steal. Like, I think that's the least of your unconscious worries, you morons. Leave me alone about this stealing garbage. Edge 1. I think that would mean Glitch needs to pick that up, and Glitch barely has space. Hey, Slinkaroo! And Sima, thank you for the follow. Alright, Glitch, you go upstairs. There's only 2 levels of this tower. It's one of these broken towers that are really stumpy, so there's not a lot of loot here. Oh, I stank. Corrected. There's some loot here. Another Edge 1. I don't have space for that. Who does? Maybe Rain? A Masterwork right arm. Neat. Not a lifter, but still. Neat. And a Palicross, yeah. A Scrapmaster Palicross, so like a high blunt damage Palicross, which is kind of a weird weapon. Alright, there's one more tower to loot. Here, I'll just have everyone pick it. It'll look hilarious. So what do we got here? We've got garbage. Stop catching me looting. That's so annoying. Garbage. Garbage. Why do they have a Holy Flame book? What the flying bull is that nonsense? Alright, they're done. They're done. And thanks for the gifted sub. Someone here has a really injured leg, because it's making everyone walk stupid slow. It's Shona. It's always you, Shona. So, Flying Bull. This weapon, gifted to Shager's most loyal invincible warrior, Ida, the Flying Bull. For him, I fought 1,000 men. For him, I die 1,000 deaths. Well, only one needs to do, because you're pretty thoroughly defeated already. Alright, Ruka's leg looks pretty messed up. Oren's leg is pretty messed up. And Vamorix, thanks for gifting to Slinkaroo. Cheers. Yeah, I'm definitely getting some delay on the alerts here, which is unfortunate. Sometimes they lag up. Let's see about some more beds. Horse, Thorfinn, Night Knave, Izo. A lot of these leg wounds are just because I'm wearing cloth pants, and cloth pants are obviously not very good protection compared to the heavy samurai leg plates. So this might be fixed sometime in the future when I trade up to the samurai leg plates. But until then, we just will have a lot of injured legs from time to time. Oh, Tilk. Oh boy, that leg looks gangrenous. It's all leg injuries. All everywhere. Alright, Alright, Tilk, you take, where are you? Where'd you go? You take this bed. Now, or give it up to someone else that has a leg injury. I think we're almost done healing up the leg injuries. So, we'll be able to go after Tora soon. Let me update that goal. Capture Tora. I'm not really killing them outright. I'm more just capturing them one at a time. So, here's Flying Bull, and let me patch him up so he doesn't bleed out. So we've got Ghost and Flying Bull now. Our enemies number fewer every day. Don't you hit me. Don't you hit me. Get out of here. I like... Case just got up and he's like, donk, donk. 9-8. Use the med box to stack beds. Oh, was there a med box here? Yeah, there was on the first floor, right? Yep. Right you are. Unfortunately, Ruka's one of the ones that is currently healing, so... Gonna be a minute. Gizo's good. Horse is good enough. Night Knave's good. Thorfinn's good enough. Healthy enough, healthy-ish. These beds are obviously superior to the camp beds. What is this? Who are you? What are you guys doing? There's a traders guild here that is just getting jiggy with it. Oh, this is not owned by me, so it's always going to be stolen, so that's not going to work. The Caravan Guild is now beating up Kral's Chosen. Okay. Very, very, very strange. Now let's get moving. I think we're healthy enough. Whoa! And some of us are flying. Well, when in Rome, when in Flying Bull's territory, fly, fools. That was very cool. The slowest person, let's figure that out, is... Let's have a foot race. It's Glitch, because he's holding everything. Goodness me. All right, let's follow Glitch then. Actually, let's make Glitch faster. That makes a lot more sense. So who has bag space? Rain has some bag space. Glitch, you now move at 19. That's not much better. Trade with Case. I am encumbered by food. And trade with Thor. Alright, so Glitch, you move at 20. That's fast enough. You gain 2 miles an hour, and we're headed to the Exile camp. I could store enemy my meds in one of the enemies to merge them, but I could just as easily do it on the item furnace when I get home. I don't really need Roka's small bag to be freed up. It's not worth the micromanagement. The item furnace will do it for me. Alright, Cowley's now holding one of those blades. That... Oh, now... Cowley is the slowest, maybe? Or Shona? Yeah, now it's Shona. So Shona. Or Iguvin? Yeah, it's Iguvin. It's always someone. Iguvin, you lead the way. This is the last of the Splinter Shack. Tora. Who says she fears nothing, but she should fear me. And I want to identify her before the battle starts so that she can't get away. There she is. Tora the Fearless. Oh, nope. The wrong person. You. Tora the Hornless Fearless. And soon to be foodless. Oops. I like how all of them are like, you think you're superior to your horns? No. We're superior because we're kicking your butt. You morons. God, where'd she go? Tora is not a very tough target, and I'm a little worried that we, like, knocked her out and I can't find her now. Thank you for tuning in to Kenshi Shek's Conquest, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 13th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com and the description of this video both have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode. Farewell, fellow Shek,